Well, hello everyone, welcome. Vic, what is cracking? Josh, race day indeed. And Ryan, let her rip, tater chip. Just going for team Rockafella Racing. And of course, we'd like to thank Rockafella Racing and the SFR GT Challenge for putting on today's fantastic show. If you haven't already, you can find them on Facebook. I know a lot of you already have, but if you are one of the new ones listening in today, that is where you can go, Facebook. Now, hopefully the audio is all good and dandy. I noticed I've been a little bit quiet on the stream, so if the cars are too loud and I'm too quiet, please let me know. I can fix it. I want to be a little bit louder than the cars today, lads. Arrowhead, welcome. DNA for Stag. We're not too far away, a couple of minutes now. You might have noticed you have a static image for the start screen today. Because I deleted everything, I didn't back those things up, and I didn't get time today to make a new one, so had to go backwards, but everything else is still here. Forgot to back up the nice intro video of Spa, but anyway. Oh, Ryan, I might sound a little bit quiet when we get the racing going, you never know. But I did turn it up the other day, so we'll see what happens. Now waiting. Not sure if I can see what. It looks like Autista got top spot with Darko in second. We've got a few people in tonight that you would call reserves. Been a little bit rushed today, but that'll all be fixed later on in the next coming weeks as I get back into things. Each league has its own nuances I have to get back and used to and get things set up. SFR's no different, so it takes me a week or two to brush the cobwebs off and remember everything that I used to do. Driver standings at the moment, Marzan's on top with Neen Tisto and Darkrai, so some early leads being formed. Team standings, Apex Motorsports, AMS with 152, Puerto Rico E-Racing Club 110, and then it's Team Phoenix with 144 total points. 98 points for the, I think it's for the league. DNA Racing's in fourth, and it's Rockafella Racing in fifth, and Black Dragon in sixth place for the team standings. Dibbler, hello. Welcome along. And we're not long away. Remember, they've got to use the medium tyre at least once in this race. So there will be some strategic choices made by some of the guys out there on track. When they use that tyre is a different story. We'll find out. Hello, Gelson. It's good to have you. Going for Rockafella as well. Now remember, I will be calling a red flag if they need it. So I have full authority to do that. So we will have to check a few things. Means the red flag might be slightly delayed to what you would get a driver doing it, because they see everything a little bit quicker. But I would like to go back. We've got the fortune of having a replay. So welcome along, everybody. Alexander Miseran. It's a Rockafella invasion. Just waiting for the race to start. And here we are at Spa Francochamps. Thank you, Martin Bellinger, for sharing the stream. The race is yet to start, but we're here at the first turn. It's going to be a bit of a crazy squeeze for these GT cars as they come in to the hairpin. Watch everyone squeeze up on the apex, up on the inside, and then there will be cars running out wide. It's going to be a close call, and then whoever can get the run out of here and get the traction down up to Eau Rouge, well, they'll be on for a good run down the Kemmel Straight. So let's see what happens tonight. Good race. It's about to start. And my name is Josh Gain here on Demo 1. And we've got the Round 6 Elite Division of the SFR GT Challenge. We are just moments away from this one kicking off. Looks like we're missing a driver. That could be the reason. And enjoy some of the burnouts from Dibbler. Is that a 10 out of a 10 performance from the DNA man? It's gone back the other way. Just here waiting now for the race to start. Oh, Exotica waiting for a game update. All right. Unfortunately, I don't think I've got a lap I can take you through of Spa. It's a very famous circuit, one indeed. That was a long-awaited addition to GT Sport. I know everyone in here was probably waiting for it. The drivers, though, were waiting for one more. There's always the argument every year, what is Eau Rouge and what is Radion. Eau Rouge is the bottom part, Radion the top, because there's the River Rouge, I think, that runs down past the bottom of that corner. And then they run onto Kemmel Straight up towards Le Com 7, 8, 9, and then it is a fantastic track. It's 386 meters from pit in to pit out. A lap by the pits is just shy of 7k, 6.9 thousand meters or 6.9 kilometers. The track center lines just over 7k, 7.003. So there's lots of stats to think about. Shorter lap in the pits, believe it or not, but obviously you're going slower. This should have started by now, so I do apologise. But I think one of the drivers got caught out with an update, which is absolutely insane to think that a driver got caught from an update. this show for us here. Dibbler's doing it. Swordsman 52. Doesn't matter, Axel, doesn't matter who your biases are for. Everybody's got a favourite here today. Obviously, you're barracking for the Puerto Rican e-racing club. So good to have you, bro. They just get a bit of cobwebs out after the Christmas break. So a few of them have... this is usually what happens after you take a long break. Things don't always go to plan. Here we go, the final starting. So welcome along to this SFR GT Challenge Round 6. It is the Elite Division here at Spa Francochamps. This is the final. My name's Josh Gain on Demo 1 Garage. You can find us live, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Mix every time, so you can pick your favourite place to watch us. But we're about to go live here. And it's Autista on the top. Watch the top of the screen. The cars are all lined up, ready to go. It's going to be a fierce battle down to the first turn. 25 laps. And it's green, and we're racing. It was a good start from the Corvette down the midfield as well. He's already jumped a few spots. I think that's Esme from the Puerto Rican team, so that's fantastic for the PREC team. Oh, somebody's gone wild and through. There's a couple around. We should probably call a red for that. So we'll call a red flag, and we'll get it restarted. Now, I don't know who was responsible for that. I know Rocky was caught up in it. Oh, it's restarted before we could get there, but anyway. It's an interesting view. So we've only got one more chance at that. Lobby has one bar, that could be the reason. So this is the view the cars will have. Up a Rouge Ratty on top of it. Mate, you got to straight line that as much as possible. But Esme got a fantastic start that race, and they're going to be upset that they don't get to utilise the bonus that they got there. College Wi-Fi, says Q. Pretty good lap from Arrowhead here. He's getting the practice in. There's Gnarly ahead of him. This one is a very, very tricky corner. The 8 with the camber running you out wide and then into no name. Thank you, Ethan Jordan, for liking the stream. We're about to get started. This is Restart 2. Thanks for being patient today. It's been a while since they've raced and had the full lobby, everything going. So cobwebs are getting blown off and dusted away live here tonight. But things will get back to normal very shortly. Here we go. I don't know why it says Tynesider out, but I'm still here. Waiting for the greens. It's green lights again. Oh, somebody's out. You're right. Oh, we have to red it again. There's some issues with the lobby, it would seem. I can call the red all the way to the last corner if I want, Q. So I was just going to wait. Just give them give us everyone an opportunity to watch the lap take place. Now, I don't know if Arrowhead's actually going to choose the soft for his starting tyre, but it looks likely. Everybody else, maybe the medium. hopefully this one goes to plan. It's not been a very good start today, has it? But anyway, here we go. 15 cars, that looks right. It's Autista with Darkrai and J-Mag from DNA. Watch Esme in 7th place. The Corvette seems to get a charger start. Darkrai is going to have some problems off the start in the Atenza. He always gets bogged down. Green light and racing again. Esme always gets a good start. The BMW, though, cuts across and blocks his run. Into the first turn we go. And you can see Darkrai's already lost one more position. The field squeezed through, but we're just going to have to continue on. It wasn't too bad. Gnarly was caught out, and he run wide. But the rest of the field now running up towards Rouge and Radion. Look at them go. The cars file forward. Gnarly gets on the slipstream. A few of them running wide, and it's Autista leading the pack. J-Mag's giving chase in the Mercedes. It's going to be a heavy, hard braking zone for him. Braking hard, he pulls the car up, and they get through. The rest of the field does so as well. Catches too wide, and he's up into 4th place. The Rockafella got on an easy start there. That was Mickey Mike, who managed to block Esme from the start in the BMW for Team GTCQ. A few other guys now. DJ, they're going some too wide up towards No Name. Swordsman just slots in front. Gnarly was trying to recover from that start where he was pushed wide, but it just doesn't seem to be working out for him. Manuel De Luca, thank you for following. Back up the front, it's Autista in the Lamborghini, who's making that car super wide and making it a difficult task for J-Mag to find the front. Darkrai's coming back. He never has the starts he'd like to have. But it looks like he's getting away with it at the moment. It's a pretty decent start there for everyone. Front guys starting to pull away slightly. Catch is just holding up Mickey Mike, it would seem, because that Mickey Mike and that Beamer, he looks like he's ready to rear and get a pass done. On board with Catch, there's the 2-3 and there's a 3, the front trio, that's what I'm trying to say. Mickey Mike into the first turn they go. Nintisto's there with them. There's a few moves being had up the front. Darkrai side by side with the man from DNA. Krishna Fuentes, like the stream. Thank you for your support. Up through Rouge and Radion. And Darkrai is cutting the corner as straight as he possibly can. And he needs to get that slipstream on this Mercedes rather. Who's also stealing it from the Lamborghini ahead of him. It looks like he's getting into some trouble as Catch is starting to push forward. J-Mag makes a move for the lead, and we've now got a new leader on the second lap. Thank you, Eric Champagne, for your support. But it is J-Mag leading his last lap at 2:22. So medium tyres for J-Mag at the moment. Let's get you a quick update of the tyres of the front 5. And that's Autista also on the medium. Darkrai medium. Catch is also on the medium, and Mickey Mike, medium tyres for him. Let's go through the rest of them. Nintisto's got mediums on. Sauce for Arrowhead, and he's in front of a few of them, so he's got an early charge and he needs to use them effectively here. Mediums for DJ. Looks like Swordsman might have a nose. Mediums for him too. Gnarly's got those same harder compounds. Boogie the same. Dibbler also. He's running a little off pace today. He's on the mediums. Spike is also, speak loud rather. Medium. And last place Esme. So I don't know what happened to Esme, but down in 15th, there must have been a collision we didn't see for that to have happened. Let's have a look at the race start. Esme was in 7th. Esme was getting fantastic starts in all the replays that we had. Off we go. And you can see, I don't know where there was a few bumps or things going on. Oh, there was a few there. That's where old mate went wide, and Esme got an early lead up into the top 4. So Esme's been in an incident we have not yet seen. Thanks for your suggestion, Jeff. It does take a lot of the screen, but I also like to thank the followers that come along every day and where you can support us. Still get to see the racing, that's the most important thing. Autista's put his indicator on, he's indicating an overtake, and he's done it. Into the braking zone once again for the com. And J-Mag, so we've got a switch for the lead once again. Thank you, Mo Thies, for liking the stream and supporting us today. Appreciate it. This is Darkrai. He's holding off 3rd right now. Catch hasn't been able to use the power he's got in that Aston to push any further forward. Mickey Mike's doing the same thing in 5th place. And it looks like there's a charge happening between Arrowhead and Nintendo. Arrowhead on those quicker tyres. Let's see if he can't mount a charge forward. 2:18 for Arrow. 2:18.955 his last lap. So the lap times are quick. Does Nintendo have the ability here to hold him off while he's running quicker tyres? Can Arrowhead find an exploit and use it to orchestrate that overtake? You'll have to ask the DNA boys. I actually don't even know what DNA stands for, Jeff. I've never actually thought about that. I know what all the other ones stand for, but now that you mention it, DNA, don't actually know. Arrowhead giving a good chase here. I know there's the DNA's in. Oh, Arrow with the slip wide just before the bus stop, and he was so lucky to recontrol that car as the back end had a bit of a tank slap up. Catch has gone in for an early stop. Let's see what he does. Is he going for is he putting on the soft tyre as quickly as possible? Doogie does the same. Everybody has done their medium stint here. Catches out, except for Arrowhead. That's what I'm trying to say. Arrowhead is the only one who hasn't put the medium on. These guys are doing another lap, and Autista's building a bit of a gap now. Darkrai, who's managed to stay with these fast duo, he's the 3rd in the trio. He's now stealing the slipstream off J-Mag. Dayquil and Evelyn, I didn't know that. That's actually kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I like that they can do that. Have a joke and at the same time and take it seriously. Here is Autista. Once again, he's still holding off these top 3. These guys are putting on a fantastic show. And Darkrai, who, like I said, he always struggles with his race starts because the Mazda just gets bogged down. He's actually doing quite well. He only lost 1 spot, so he'll be pretty happy with the way things have turned out for him here. Nintendo is still holding up Arrowhead. Mickey Mike getting the best of them at the moment. Yeah, that's right. Alexander's written down. I just saw that. Saturn. Fuel 5, tyre 2. Into the bus stop they go. Those 2, these 3. Now catching up. Nintendo goes in, so that releases Arrowhead now. J-Mag's also decided to go into the pits. Autista and Darkrai have decided it is time to continue on. I don't know if the undercut's not really going to work here for the other guys. Let's see what they can do though. Arrowhead running in 4th now with that soft tyre. He still needs to run the medium while everybody else around him has done so. There's Dibbler in 6th. J-Mag's come out in 7th, just in front of DJ. And then it's Catch in 9th. Esme's working hard to get forward. He's in 10th there in the Corvette. And it's Nintisto, his teammate, in 11th. So they can sort of work together now. Bit of a run wide there for DJ. Did he get himself caught out up at the comp? And look at them, the 3 of them are now screaming up to the back end of the exhaust of DJ. DJ under all sorts of pressure here. The hooker is turned up high. And look at that, he's just failed under the pressure there, running wide before No Name. And everybody gets around him. This is where it all started for him. He's gone sideways at Lecombe. He's gone into the runoff. And the pressure, it was just on from here. Turned up to the max. Catch was there. So was Esme and Nintisto. Very hard corner to get right here at turn 10. Apex running him out wide. He wasn't settled from Lecombe before. The guys just get an overtake on him. And there it is now. Gnarly is still stuck in behind DJ, and DJ needs to get the power down now and just work forward from there. Oh, he's run wide, extremely wide. He's still got the medium tyres on. Let's have a look at his telemetry. He's just kept the power down. I don't know why he's run out wide the way he's done there. I don't know if he's had a hardware issue. Interesting. Oh, has there been? No, he's gone into the pit, so DJ's had enough. He's taking those mediums off. J-Mag now leads this one. Catch up into 2nd. Out comes Autista and Darkrai as they've done their pit stop, and J-Mag has actually gotten the lead in front of them, so they probably went a lap too long. Did Autista and Darkrai there. They've lost a position. Luckily, not too much time. They were coming out. You can see they've just come out in behind J-Mag, who was just going around them of the pit exit. Lots of work ahead of them now. So the undercut actually worked there for J-Mag, I think because Autista and Darkrai actually extended their runs for 2 or 3 laps longer over J-Mag. But J-Mag's tyres, remember, they will need changing quicker than what Autista and Darkrai need. So how will that run with the schedule they're running as we run towards the end of this race? 6 laps elapsed now. There's Catch in 4th place. And there's a real battle forming for 5th. As Mickey Mike, he's fallen back in the order a little bit. Arrowhead looks like he's changed to new soft tyres here, so it doesn't look like he wants to get rid of his medium run until maybe the end of the race. So everyone around him though has done their medium stint. He's the only one who didn't. Interesting strategy. Thank you, Avanda Guedes, liking the stream. That is the best way to support us here at Demo 1, so I do appreciate it. Back up to the front, the trio having a go at each other again. Autista, he showed a nose, but J-Mag was smart. He was privy to that move happening. Read it like a book, blocked the move. And now Darkrai is ready to have a go of his own. First turn, they hit the apex quite well and quite early. There's Catch, he's leading this pack. Who's going to catch him soon? The battle for 5th is going to soon turn to the battle for 4th. Hello, Marzan. Good to have you with us, brother. This is Nintisto for the Puerto Rican E-Racing Club. Saw they got a new sponsor in the last couple of weeks, so that's awesome for them. You can go find them out on Twitter and Facebook as well. He's going to show a bit of a move. Catch under the pump. Nintisto throws the Toyota up the side and gets the power down early. Traction helping him out. And he's all over Catch, who's now demoted to 5th. Mickey Mike, he's fallen off the pace a little bit for GTCQ. And Gnarly, who looks exactly like Catch in those cars, the green machines. They've evolved since the early days. There's Dibbler from DNA. Arrowhead's down in the 9th there. And Erky's pushing his way forward too in that Mustang. He wants to show what that horse is doing. He wants to be quicker than everybody else in the Mustang. Doesn't look like it's just happening for him today, unfortunately. Top 3 though, separated by just 4/10 here. This is an absolutely enthralling battle up the front. On board with Dark Rise, they come down the back straight up towards the bus stop. "20 turns to navigate." This is turn 19. Oh, that could be an issue for J-Mag. I don't know if he's hit Autista there and just gone out wide to avoid maybe contact. Let's see if we can't investigate what actually happened. Oh no, he's done the right thing. He was braking really late and he just did some avoiding movements. And now he's back down to 3rd. That's all it's going to take today. One simple error and J-Mag losing another spot. Hello, Zero. Good to have you. Hello, everyone. It's a busy day in the chat with the SFR back. Everybody's so pleased. I'd like to thank everybody for coming along. If you are new here, my name's Josh Gain, commentating tonight's SFR GT Challenge race here at Spa Francochamps. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube and Mixer every time we have a race live, so you can pick your favourite platform and they're all in full HD too. If you do have a league you want to stream, just ask. I might have room on the calendar to do it. But eyes back on this one. It is very tense and I really don't know where this thing's going to finish up. Autista's looking good, but he just can't shake these two. For 4th, Nintisto's now pushing forward, and don't count this man out either. His long pace is quite quick over the longer races, and he's pretty consistent too, so he could be up there in the top 3 before you know it. Mickey Mike, I think, has made a few errors. He's fallen off pace a little. Mickey Mike's last lap was a 2:19. It's still on pace though. Still very quick times. Catch 2:19 as well, so they're pretty much matching each other at the moment. The soft tyre seems to be really separating the field though. Dibbler's up into 7th. He's pulled away from Arrowhead, so Arrowhead hasn't been able to make his early strategy on the softs really work for him. He hasn't really gained much out of it. And Erky, he is ahead of Esme. Look at these 3. Down Blanchimont now, up towards the bus stop. Erky up on the outside. He'll have the inside for the next one. Will there be the switch over? Esme all over it. And Erky slots off into the pits. Super Chat Beast Mode by Zero donated $2. We've never seen that pop up on screen before, so thank you very much, Zero. That you're the first one to activate that alert, Zero. So thank you very much. Appreciate the support there. But Erky's in. Let's check out his tyres. So the softs, he'd run about halfway. He's filling up. New softs for him. front, though. It is so exciting up the front. Bautista, then Darkrai, then J-Mag. Bautista's doing everything right here, it seems. Look how close Darkrai is. You couldn't put a cigarette paper between them two there. As they went around No Name, there was nothing separating them. Thank you, Richard Blaney. You make a good point, Ryan. I didn't pick up that he started dead last. So he has managed to come halfway through the field at least. I was just hoping he'd make up a few more places. Not bagging anyone out personally, of course. And look how close Darkrai is. I don't know if they don't look to be bump drafting here. Bautista seems to have just that little bit of extra top end, which is keeping the Lamborghini ahead. He's gone for the move here. Up the inside, the bit of a crush and rumble as they rub sides. And look at that, it's a move for Darkrai, who now leads this race, not Grand Prix. He was doing Formula 1 the other day. But he now leads this GT3 race here at Spa Francochamps. It was a very, very close affair as they were up into the bus stop. Let's see if Bautista can catch him back up down the Camel. I think Bautista's going to have an absolutely good go of it. And he will. Look at the extra pace that Lamborghini has. He's just gone around him there, and Bautista back into the lead. And that is going to be the difficult thing for the man here in the Mazda to do for the rest of the day, is hold off that Lamborghini. This is how we got the lead. Up to the bus stop last lap. He saw the gap, he saw it, he just went, I'm going to go for it. Rub pedals with him, bit of a touch here and there. But most would say rubbing is racing, and Bautista just, well, he was second for a moment. So here it is. And again, Darkrai's back in the lead as we went to that replay. Around Puon they go. The Mazda's all over it. I don't know if Bautista's car's weighing him down a little through Puon. But they get through there. A Raider knots right now. And the Mazda right now, he needs to put the pace in if he can. Build a bit of a gap. The gap 4/10. That's the biggest we've seen, the gap between these three all day. If he can grow that, that's going to be an advantage to Darkrai here. But the slipstream down the Camel is going to put them straight back into this race. And watch this. Watch the pace of Bautista and J-Mag in those other two cars in behind. It's a fantastic race. And after 10 laps, there's nothing separating them. Is Bautista going to have a go? It's an unlikely spot. Darkrai made a move of it before, and at the moment they stay one by one. Mickey Mike's up to fourth, so I don't know if there's been a bit of an error down the back end. Arrowhead is moving forward. He touches his teammate into the bus stop. His catch went across to go to the pits, and he sort of got caught out there. So Dibbler, so Catch was fifth. And then Catch really didn't mind too much. Arrowhead had the outside, and Catch was like, I need to hit the pit lane. And he followed Dibbler in. So Darkrai's been able to keep Bautista at bay. He looks like he's doing a defensive move here. He's put the car in the middle there to block that run of the Lambo. Mike is all on his lonesome for the time being. Now Arrowhead, he's up into sixth now. This is more like it, because he really needs to get as far ahead as he possibly can, only because he used the soft at the early start. And if he can build the gap between anyone in behind him, he will maintain that lead he's built for himself. Tisto seems to be struggling slightly. As I say that, he starts to pull away from Arrowhead. So Tisto, just a slight drop in form. Thank you for the like there. Thank you, Martin Bellinger, as well, for liking the stream. It's good to have you along tonight. And enjoying this SFR GT Challenge race here in Demo 1 Garage. Swordsman from NRT. Also in by their lonesome. Gnarly's got a bit of company. His name is Dibbler. And Dibbler is forcing the issue here. Catch has also come out in behind his teammate, and he's in a bit of traffic. He doesn't want to be caught up in this squabble for position, because he's actually net 5th, because the rest of these boys will have to pit. Dibbler's going to go around the outside. Gnarly doesn't have anything to do with it. Dibbler ran out of pace. He come back in behind. Autista's in the pits this lap, by the way. So's J-Mac. Dark Rise continued on. Gnarly still got that lead. Is Dibbler going to show him a nose at bus stop? I think Gnarly was, he saw that coming. He let it happen. He didn't want to cause a mistake, and now catches up into this action that's happening ahead. The rest of the field go through to pit. Esme flows through as well. Arrowhead goes into the pits. These two, they're side by side, and Gnarly goes around the outside as Dibbler's now caught out again. And there's some traffic coming out of the pits. There's Mickey Mike from GTCQ in the BMW. He just gets ahead of them, and lucky for him, because he would be caught out as they're going to be slowing each other down as they fight for position. So Mickey Mike will just focus on getting around Swordsman. Swordsman here at a rate of knots in that Beamer. These guys, Dibbler has got around the two Rockafella boys. Catch has got around his teammates, so Gnarly didn't want to hold the issue up much longer than he had to. Catch has got the pace here around Spa, and look at these guys, they're really catching everybody now. It was a group of 2, which is now turned into a group of 4. It's going to be soon a group of 5 when Gnarly tags onto the back of it. GTCQ driver Mickey Mike wants to get away from it. I think someone's gone around the outside of Pooh, and that was Dibbler. That was a fantastic move, a sneaky one I didn't see coming. Oh, another one too. Catch has gone through. Swordsman just didn't have the pace at all in that Mazda, did he? Watch this. Dibbler saw the gap somehow with Pooh and he squeezed it. He just had the traction, and Catch did exactly the same thing on it. Swordsman just again let them through. It wasn't his race to fight. Gnarly now stuck behind Swordsman. Dark Rise into the pits. That means Tisto and Autista, they pitted last lap. Where are they going to come out ahead of this thing? Tisto leads, interestingly. I think Tisto will need to change his tyres. His tyres still look... How did that happen? Autista second, J-Max third. The tyres look all similar. Tisto leads this race. Dark Right just comes out. Dark Ride's lost a lot of time by lapping a lap later than what the rest of them did. I don't know if we can find where Tisto got the lead. He was second here. Dark Ride was ahead of him. So it was when Dark Ride went into the pits, and Tisto was already ahead of these two. I'm trying to think, how did Tisto get into the lead as we're on lap 13? No, you never discount Tisto. Sometimes you think he's a little too far away to maybe get something out of it, but then he does something like he's doing right now. Autista, his teammate, has just slotted through. Tisto's doing the job of blocking the DNA man. And Tisto's job right now is to help his teammate out. This is going to help Autista tremendously. The longer Tisto can hold him off, You know what this means? It means Autista can build that gap that was so hard to build here around Spa because of all the slipstream. It must be fuel mileage for Neen. His fuel is even very similar. So he's done some fuel saving. That would have to be, you're right, Alexander, that is what he's done. There's Darkrai around 4th. He's a little way off them now. You can see that's where Darkrai is from J-Mag's position. And this is J-Mag chasing down Neen Tisto here. Can he do anything about it? Not today. Neen Tisto stays in front. And this is going to be very important. J-Mag, he's still searching for a way through. A bit of a rub on the way around, but Neen Tisto isn't phased. And can he get that AMG Mercedes up the pace before Eau Rouge? They're going to go too wide through here. Surely not. He's let Neen Tisto back in front. The safe option. I haven't heard talk of a one make for next season. I think we can put that onto the rumour pile as just rumours. Neen Tisto stays ahead down the Camel Straight, so he's got the pace as well. And the gap between them, 2 seconds. Autista now has a 2-second lead. This could be it. That is where J-Mag finally gets back around. But now there's a 2-second gap between J-Mag and Autista, and we've not seen a 2-second gap this entire race. This is Catch holding off a few drivers. He's back up the 5th now. Mickey Mike going for a move. Into Puon. We've seen it done. He doesn't have the pace or the traction to hold it off. There's Dibbler in 7th as well. So these three very close together themselves. It's going to be a similar situation for these three too. Catch is going to find it very difficult. Or a bit of a shove through there. I think Mike just elbowed his way back ahead. And now they come down to the back straight through Blanchimont. Mickey Mike is in the slipstream. He's already got that extra pace. He's trying to be squeezed out from Catch. Catch is there on the outside. He's been just offline. Dibbler from DNA. He sees it all happening in front of him. There could be a remove from Catch. He couldn't reply. Mickey Mike gets 5th. And that's a fantastic move. And there goes Catch into the pits. The rest of the field goes through too. Arrowhead just did his medium stint that time round, so he didn't lose too many positions. Let's see where he comes out after this. So Arrowhead started on the soft, the only driver to do so. Where does this get him into the main scheme of things? Does he lose too many positions? He might just be 10th here. Don't think it's worked out for him the way he probably would have hoped. He has gained a few positions. He did start 5 further positions back, but he wasn't able to get through the traffic when it was needed. So maybe 10th is where he wanted to get to, but I was really hoping he could push forward a little bit more. Let's see what happens though. We've still got 11 laps remaining. Swordsman's back ahead of Catch here as Catch is going back into the pits. Autista, 2.7 seconds the lead, and all he has to do from this point on is just be consistent because J-Mag is too far off behind to really catch back up. Darkrai's back up into 3rd. So the top 3 haven't changed now. Mikey Mike's coming forward. There's Dibbler in 5th. So Dibbler and Mikey Mike are going to be the two fighting for this position. I think even Catch might be at some point too. We'll have to keep an eye out and see how the strategies all mix things up. Neen Tisto back down into 6th. He did his job. He held up the DNA man when he needed to. And there's Neen Tisto on new tyres and filled to the end. You can see his fuel gauge is nice and full. So yeah, he just did it that lap. So everything goes back to normal for a little bit. As we are on the run to the end, the final 10 laps here. Dibbler's in to the pit lane himself. Bautista still keeps that 2.7 second lead, 2.8 as he runs up towards Eau Rouge. There's a 2-second gap between him and Darkrai. And Mikey Mike, well, I don't think he's going to be able to pull them in. Thomas van der Meer, or Mer, sorry if I said your last name wrong there, brother, Tom. So thank you very much for following, appreciate the support, and thank you for joining us here in Demo 1. Dibbler also by himself. Catch is still with Swordsman now. So these two haven't been separated now for the last couple of laps. And Swordsman's going to push up the pace a little. And they're going to be pulling in Dibbler here. Swordsman cuts back across to block the run of Catch. He makes him go the outside line. I think Swordsman's just let him through. He did. Catch has got the extra pace on him, and he's now can work on Dibbler. This race is so uncertain all the way through the field. We don't know what positions are where. While Bautista at the moment would be the favourite to win, if there's a mistake here or there, it could really mix things up. Fantastic shot of the cars going through. Turn number 10, up towards No Name. And Catch is giving chase to the man in the AMG in front from DNA. Alexander having a crack at saying Darkrai would be good on fuel. So Darkrai maybe the favourite to get back the lead for you. Let us know if you've got any predictions of your own coming up. And don't forget, we will have the Pro Division same time next week here at Spa on Wednesday. For those who are following us and want to get involved, you can join the community streams, AM stream and PM stream. If you're on our Facebook and Twitter or Instagram, you'll know the times. I will post that up later on, and you can get all the scheduled events pop up. And we'll also have Talkin' eSports coming out this week. The highlights of the race. Thank you, Stephen Nelson. Thank you for liking the stream. There's a lot of content coming. So don't forget Wednesday if you want to race us. We'll be showing off a set of course of competizione, probably some kartcraft doing the FIA events. A lot happening. Let's get back to this one though. Catch thought he could have a crack up to the first turn, but Dibbler had it covered. There's Gnarly. There are two teammates now racing together. Gnarly just ahead of Arrow. Arrow, like I said, started on the softer tyre. Really would have liked to have seen him get a few more positions. Bautista though, that gap has dropped a little. It was 2.7, it's now 2.1. You can thank his teammate Neen Tisto for building that for him. Let's have a look at the fuel situation for J-Mag. So J-Mag needs fuel. Let's have a look at Bautista. Bautista needs fuel. This is Darkrai. Darkrai's got more fuel. This is not over yet. This is not settled. This is definitely not settled. A conservation of fuel here could actually win it for Darkrai. So Alexander, you're probably on it. Mickey Mike, he will need fuel. Neen Tisto has also got the fuel. So Neen Tisto and Darkrai are the Black Ninjas right now. They're going to come out of nowhere, I think, and absolutely steal the show come towards the end of this one, because these guys, they need to fill up their cars. So Stag in the Pro Division now. Good to have you along, bro. All right, Autista goes on. So does J-Mag. So guys, fuel for the front two. Darkrai and Nintisto, they don't need fuel. Maybe Nintisto needs a little bit. Sorry, Darkrai might need just a tiny little drop, but he's not going to need the same amounts that the two in front of him have. Is that 2 seconds though? Is it 2 seconds worth? We're about to find out in the closing stages of this one. Now Catch is ahead of Dibbler. Their swordsman an 8, so he really just lets them get through. It's these two guys still racing together now. From Rockafella Racing. Big shout out to Rockafella Racing as well. Gnarly and Arrow. Is Arrow giving the bump draft down here? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like he's been able to get close. Tisto's gap to Autista. Let's have a look. 19 seconds is the gap between Nintisto and his teammate Autista. 19.425. You can see it in that red box next to his name. That's the gap to the leader. So 19.6 seconds, 19.5. It keeps changing. This man and Darkrai, you need to watch out for. They've been doing some fuel saving. Autista and J-Mag, though, they've just been going flat out from the start. Is Autista about to go into the pit lane? Is J-Mag going to follow? Autista needs to make his mind up here shortly. All right, he's in. Autista's in the pits. Does J-Mag follow him in? J-Mag does follow him in. That's going to release Darkrai, but Darkrai is going to take fuel as well. Mickey Mike, he will follow the guys in. And this is Nintisto's moment to shine as these boys all take fuel. J-Mag gets the tyres on and gets the fuel. Mikey Mike's just getting into his pit box. Nintisto goes around. He's coming up to the first turn. Catch is coming around as well. It's Arrowhead and Gnarly coming through. Darkrai's taking the lead. It's Autista back out in second. Who's up into third? It's Nintisto who just comes around in front of J-Mag as J-Mag is caught out from the pit stop. Huge moment here in the race, and Catch is back up into fifth. Things are getting really tense as we get to the end. It's all strategy now to the end. It's all strategy. Autista, he's still got a few laps left, 7 laps to go, so he doesn't need to rush this too quick, but he doesn't got all the time in the world. So he just needs to make it clean though, and he needs to make it work so he can sit there and analyze his opponent in front, but he will need to get it done in the next lap or two. DSI Man has followed us. Thank you very much for following us on Twitch there, brother. Appreciate all that support. And J-Mag as well. He's got Nintisto just ahead of him, and Nintisto made his job very difficult before. If Nintisto hadn't actually held up J-Mag when he did, J-Mag would be further ahead of the pack than he is right now. But he's down into fourth, outside the podium positions, and J-Mag's going to be fuming over that. This is how it went down. Sorry about that. I've messed that up for you. Let's have a look. He's just been overtaken. So Nintisto needs to get back on the pace here, because J-Mag's got a point to prove. But this is how he got in front anyway. He's coming around. He saw J-Mag coming out of the pits. That was side on and side by side. And there it was. It was the move that got Nintisto the lead. But as we go back to the live images, it's J-Mag just ahead of him. Mahuel 200 followed on Twitch as well. Good to have the audience over there on Twitch. Thank you for joining us today. And as we get into the end of this one, 6 laps remaining. Nintisto's actually having to go into the pits. I don't know why. Didn't he fill up enough fuel? Or is he getting on some new tyres? He might be doing that. Surely, Tisto is out of the podium running now. The guys from PREC is going to come out just outside the top 5. Mikey Mike's going to be having a crack at him now. He's got in 6th place. They're going to be almost 2 wide up. They come towards Eau Rouge. All these different strategies today. Different 2 wide through Eau Rouge, up towards Radion. And it's Mikey Mike who's come out ahead. Tisto, though, in the slipstream. Down the Camel Straight. He might be able to get the top end and just show a bit of a late-breaking move on the man in the BMW. Look at the extra pace he's got on him. And it's going to be done. Easy move for Tisto there. The front, though, it is a different story as Autista and Darkrai battle it out. Autista has got around him. So Catch is back there in 5th place. Autista just back ahead of Darkrai, and we know Darkrai can make the move up into the bus stop. We've seen that happen this race. Whether or not Autista's going to be, smart to that move again. It's about to be answered in the next closing stages. J-Mag back within the podium range of this one. DNA Dibbler in 4th place. He's going to be holding off Catch up towards the run to the close of this one. Oh, a bit of a mistake from Dibbler. That's going to cause all sorts of drama as he's going to allow the guys in behind to close him up. Dibbler lost a lot of pace through there, and there's Catch. He saw his opportunity, and now he just needs to strike. Catch is finding it difficult, though. That AMG Mercedes is extra wide. Tisto's there too. It's all 4 cars right now. This is the battle for 4th. Dibbler could have gotten away, but the man made a small error. Oh, they're going into the pits, so they need to enter the pits, and Tisto runs through because he's good to the end. And Mikey Mike's really tight to the back end of Tisto's Toyota. So it was fuel for Catch, Arrowhead and Dibbler there. Some of them might be in a voice chat. Jeff, I'm not too sure. I don't really know if they do that or not. Sodomy. It's a clever way to spell that word. Welcome to Twitch. Thank you for following. Tisto in 4th place. Mickey Mike. He's going to have a dig around the outside. No, he wants the inside. Tisto just holds the middle. He's very, very disciplined at that. Gets the apex first, and Mikey Mike will have to try once again. Yeah, the voice does now support 16. But I don't think all the drivers are sitting in, because they're on different teams, so I don't think all of them are sitting in the same voice chat. Some of them might be sitting in a voice chat in their teams, but I don't think they're all doing it in the same channel. Autista still got the lead on this man, Darkrai. This is absolutely scintillating racing as we run towards the end of this one. 21 of 25 laps. And Darkrai has not given up. J-Mag, though. Third's going to be the best he can hope for. Tisto has got his work cut out for him as we run towards the end. Mikey Mike's there. And Tisto will have to be disciplined in his defense. It's going to slow him down, but the top 4 is going to be his best hope of points today. Mikey Mike, he's still hanging with him in the BMW. Right on board with him into the bus stop. Oh, Tisto's had a bit of an error. He might be able to get the switch over on him. It's a tight squeeze. And look at the run he's got down into the first turn. Tisto's hugging the inside. He's going to squeeze him back onto the racing line. Tisto finds it. Mikey breaks a little earlier. He wants to get on the power later. earlier rather. Get the traction out. He couldn't quite do it. Tisto blocks it again. Watch the telemetries. Bottom of your screen. Cutting the corner really tightly there. Joshua Montfort's back. Good to have you with us, bro. So they're filled to the end. You can see in their fuel gauges. Hitting top gear now. 266, 264 we saw there from the Toyota. So the Mikey got about 2-3 extra kilometers an hour just out of the slipstream. Oh, Mikey gets the back end squiggling out. Back to the front. This absolutely enthralling battle for the lead. This is with Darkrai. Lap 22 or 25. Autista just needs to hold it for the next 3 remaining laps. Have a look at the condition of Darkrai's tyres there on your bottom left. Now let's look at Autista's. Very similar. Autista has used just a little bit more. Fuel almost the same. Look at the run he's got out of there. Darkrai's being left in his dust. This Lamborghini is just flying here. Darkrai needs to get it back. Coming into the bus stop. Braking hard and braking early. Darkrai closes it up through the corners, but the traction, it's the Lamborghini with the advantage. Check this out from before. Just powered down hard, and Darkrai was just left wanting. There was absolutely nothing he could do in that situation. But the lead is still contested. It's Tisto just ahead of Mikey still. So this duo is still going on. Tisto, though, seems to have the edge. It's Catch and Dibbler. These two haven't stopped squabbling. Dibbler will have the inside for one. Catch will have the outside line. We'll go the longer way. Might get the switch over. Can Dibbler block it? Traction for the AMG, and he's just held it. And Swordsman's still there in sight as well. So there's all sorts of positions that aren't sorted yet, and we've only got 2 to go. This championship is so unpredictable, and look at that. Look at that. Catch up beside Dibbler once again. Slipstreaming down the Camel straight. Catch gets back inside it. Dibbler's got that top end. Braking super late into turn 7, 8, 9 at the top. Dibbler, though, the pressure's on, so he needs to be consistent at this point. Catch is going to try force the error. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do that. Dibbler's quite a seasoned driver here. Catch, though, he's got his orders. There's Gnarly from Rockafella Racing as well. He's got his teammate Arrowhead. So Arrowhead hasn't made any further progress since getting out of the pits and after taking the medium. So 10th place looks likely for him at the moment. Esme, who had such a good start, was up 4th early on. There was a mistake we didn't see somewhere, or an error or an incident. DJ's there in 12th. There's Erky in 13th. Speak Loud's in 14th. And we've lost actually one at some point. Oh, Autista and Darkrai, what's happening here? They're so close together once again. Autista's lead has been chomped down to almost nothing. And we're on to the penultimate lap here at Spa Francochamps for the SFR GT Challenge 6th round race. And annoyingly, we've lost replay the moment we want to see replay. So I need to go delete some replays in my replay folder. So I've filled the buffer up. I can't go back any further. Let's just watch these two for the last couple of laps. Pretty annoying that I can't get the replay here because I wanted to see what happened there. But anyway, Darkrai still in behind Autista. Thank you, Jay Molecule, for following us on Twitch. Sodomy says the race is amazing. It's absolutely enthralling, isn't it? We'll have the Pro Division here at the same time next week. here on Demo 1. So thanks for joining us today, guys. If you are new, welcome along. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for hitting the share. Thanks to Zero for the super chat. And my name's Josh Gain, commentating here on Demo 1 Garage, live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Mix every time we go live. This is the SFR GT Challenge Elite Division, round 6, here at Spa Francochamps. Chris Raymond Brown gets in on the action. Thank you, brother. And as Autista leads, Nentisto looks like he's built that gap over Mikey Mike. Oh, Mikey's struggling a little bit maybe with tyre degradation. Catches there in 6th place. But it's this front lead that we really got our eyes set on. It's Autista just ahead of Man in the Mazda. He doesn't know what to do. Darkrai's probably run out of options. There could be a late dive, possibly the last chance dive at the go at the win. But this Lamborghini has been all over it today. The help from Nentisto as well has been absolutely welcome from Autista. And we're about to start the last lap here. That is the gap. That is what 5/10 looks like. And he's going to be given chase now for one last time here at Spa Francochamps. The final lap's begun. And Autista from the Puerto Rican E-Racing Club gets the power down through the first turn. 19 little corners left to navigate. Who's going to win it? Darkrai definitely wants it to be him. Down the Kemmel Straight we go for the final time today for the Elite. Absolutely storming it over the top of Radion. He's trying to pull in that Lamborghini. And Autista knows he might have to do some defending here. He's gone to the inside early on. Late braking from the both of them. Darkrai tries to get the switch over done. Autista's caught out, and he's finally done it. Darkrai's got the lead on the final lap. Autista needs to get himself together quickly. There's only a few corners remaining, half the track remaining here at Spa Francochamps. But that was a fantastic move from Darkrai to do a late brake move with the switch over, and you couldn't script that at home. Autista, though, giving chase all the way to the end. J-Mag wishes he was part of it. He's there in 3rd place. Darkrai, though, still ahead. Into Poo on they go. Darkrai. The heart will be beating. He'll probably be feeling it through his chest. He just needs to focus, though. The corners are coming up. He just needs to nail them perfectly. Autista had the car sideways up into 7 and 8. He just needs to get the power down. We know through Blanchimon he can do so, because that Lamborghini's got the super power. But it does, it have the extra top end. Darkrai, though, can't believe his luck. What a move it was. He's coming down the last final straight, and Autista's going to be there. Look at him, he's pulling him in. He's going to go around him. It's so much quicker down that last straight. They're clanging side by side. Darkrai didn't want that to happen. Autista gets back into the lead, but he's running wide through some of the corners. There could be some violations at the end. Darkrai into the bus stop. Autista, Darkrai, he's opened up the corner. Autista could get caught out. Darkrai's back ahead by just a nose. That's a run towards the line. Autista gets it. Well, Darkrai, I think he's given the win to Autista. And Darkrai, I think Darkrai ran out of fuel. Absolutely incredible. He did. Darkrai's out of fuel. That is the only reason why he didn't get ahead. Wow, what a finish. There's Nentisto almost out of fuel himself. It is Mikey Mike in 5th place. Catch has still got to just get ahead of Swordsman. But that was an absolutely intense finish. And I thought Darkrai had given him the win, but it was not that. He had run out of fuel. He comes through the rest of the field. Arrowhead's actually gotten a few more positions. He'll be happy with that. 8th place for him there. There's Dibbler and Gnarly in 10th. Esme for PREC will take 11th. Woo! What a race, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, SFR GT Challenge, for putting that show on today. That has been a pleasure to broadcast. I'll speak loud. He's had an error at the last corner, but he just needs to put on a bit of a show for us, a bit of burnouts. and all the cars but one will finish today. But it was Autista right at the death. Absolutely unbelievable scenes. Bloody believable. What a last lap. And there it is, your winner, Autista. He got the pole and the fastest lap and the win. Absolutely incredible stuff. Woo! Well, I hope everybody's enjoyed that. I know I would usually do some interviews, but because that ran late, I've got to go do some extra stuff today. So there won't be any interviews because I've got to go. I've got some things to do. But it was a great race from those two, Dark Ryan, Autista. It's not how you spell race. If you haven't already, before you leave me today, don't forget you can find us on Facebook, Twitch and Instagram as well. You can keep up to date with everything happening here. We've got more than just these races. We've got heaps of Formula 1 racing, more GT Sport leagues, and it's all action here at Demo 1 Garage. So don't forget to like us those places as well if you want to keep up to date. Or just make sure you hit the notifications so you don't miss something when we go live. Thanks to Rockafella Racing as well. Go support them on Facebook. But that's going to be me for today. My name's been Josh Kane. I've been calling the action here for the SFR GT Challenge Round 6 Elite. We've got the same thing next week with the Pro. But here on Demo 1, it doesn't stop. We've got stuff coming up on Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. So don't miss out. Can't wait to see you guys again. And thanks again, Zero, for the super chat. You were the first one ever to activate that today. So thank you very much. Anyway, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to everyone. You guys have been an awesome audience. Couldn't do it without you. But until next time, I will say good night, au revoir, bonjour, ciao, goodbye.